All right, back in the lab again. Time to get some work. It's looking windy out here. Maybe a storm is coming. Who knows? We'll see. But we trying to get the work done before it gets too late, before it gets a chance to rain. Oh, yeah, here checking my backpack out. You know what time it is. You know how we roll. Handstands today. All right, let's map this thing out and let's get to it. Handstand 2, doing legs tomorrow. Today is 7:24. Got wrists, slow, pancake, flex, quad, lean, handstand hold, then planche, tucks, archer push-ups, pull-ups, curls, 21s, and one final handstand. Game time. JPIC. I'm gonna be in the mix tonight. Come through for the stream tonight. We'll see what we can do. It's time. Fair enough. It's been a long day. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see how it goes. Yes, sir. Of course. Hey, man, likewise. All right. What's up, Evelyn? Welcome. Glad you're new here. Glad you're here. Get this thing situated. Thanks for the sub. Gonna start out with some jumping jacks to get loose, get warm. We had a lot of meetings today, so a lot of sitting down. Stretched my legs a little bit while we were in those meetings, but it's time to put in some work now. Oh, yeah. Might have heard them shoulders pop on that. All right, there's some jumping jacks. Gonna start out with the wrist stretching. Goes my pen. Wrist stretches. Got a variety of them. Start with a pulse here. We go dynamic with the wrists. A couple of my friends are doing a podcast. They'll probably show up a little bit later. Palms down. Palms up. Wrist reverse. Oh, that joint's tight today. Dorsal. Definitely the most uncomfortable one. Most unique position. What do we have? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Got wrist rockers. It's one of the best ones to get the sides of your wrist loose, but also strengthened up. And then, hear my fingers popping out here. We got knuckle push-ups. Focus on keeping those arms straight. Pulse here. Get those forearms fired up. Fingertip push-ups. Same thing. Extend those fingers strong. Go. And then whatever this one's called, I forget. I need to look it up. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming through. All right, we'll come back to these. Can I start over? I'm going to come back through for second rep. So we're going to repeat these, but the idea is you want to get your wrists loose. So real quick, I'll show you the 8 stretches, and then you can do them on your own pace. The first one, just palms down, pulsing forward, go sideways. All right. Second one is palms up. Try to lock out your elbows all the way through. Next is wrist reverse. This is number 3. And pulsing, we're doing dynamic stretching, not static stretching. That's 3. 4 is dorsal. So you're going from here to here. Again, pulsing. 5, you have wrist rockers. 6, you have knuckle push-ups. And you can adjust the weight that's over your hands by moving your knees back and putting your shoulders more over your hands. 7, we have fingertip push-ups. Same thing in terms of difficulty. And then 8, we have this one that I forgot the name of. This one's tricky. When to open, you're really flexing through your forearm and keeping it tight as you descend, right? We're not just doing this, all right? Actually flex through your forearm as you go down. And to clench your fist, flex your forearm to come back up. Get a few of those and you're good. And we're doing 4 sets of this going through. So it'll be these wrist stretches. We'll do some handstand work. We'll get some leg stretches in and we'll cycle it back. 4 sets. Okay. I need some music too, man. It's kind of bare. What are we doing? Card Hunter, what's up? The official ones, 2367, what's up? Welcome. Channels. All right. Slow down's next. You go slow, stay in this straddle. Pulse the stretch. All right. Glitch mob, my jam. We'll work legs. Pancake. Pulse through. QL is for your lower back. My knees always really like this one. Little 2-for-1 special with the butterfly. Oh, hip flexors. My favorite one to forget. Okay. Oh, those clouds are getting dark, man. It's about to storm out here? I hope not. I gotta walk home. Cool boy back in the building. Let's get these quads. Good news is my quads are getting a lot more flexible and being able to do this move better. So that's a win. I see that wind picking up too, man. It's about to storm. It's crazy. There were no clouds in the sky earlier. Mess me up. Oh, well, it be like that sometimes. Pulse through that sweat, stretch. Yes, sir. Till tomorrow. Yeah, there's the rain. That sky got gray real quick. All right, now for my favorites. I gotta get these leans going well. Oh, close. Had that frog action going. What's up, Natasha? Welcome to the stream. All right. This feels pretty good. I'm gonna get another one of those. Honestly, the lean out of all these different moves I'm doing, look at this. Storm City. It's gonna be a while before I get home. Anyways, like I was saying, out of all these different moves I'm doing, stretching is important, flexibility is important. The slowdown I did first is important. Even the handstands for time is important. But this one I just did, the handstand lean, is probably the most important because that's the exact move I'm trying to build up to do, the handstand press. So I'll start getting at least a couple reps of these here. I think it'll be better for me overall. And that's why you got to get the reps. I got to record that one because that might have been my best one yet. All right. So handstand for time. Let me send this one to the coaches real quick. All right. So this okay, about time. All right, making progress. Yeah, 21 minutes in is too long. All right. 1 minute. I was feeling that though. Gee. All right, back to wrists. We'll go ahead and get it. Pulse it up, pulse it up. I didn't see this rain coming today, man. It's gonna be a long night. I'm not walking home and all that. I'll figure something out. All good. Oh, that's true. My buddy's coming here afterwards, so I'll get him to hook me up. All right, get a sip of water. Get back for this next set. Rolling. It's 5:50 already. Shoot. Found the control of it there. Pulse down here. Just a reminder, don't overdo it when you pulse. It's a good way to get yourself hurt. And while stretching is primarily prehab to keep you from getting injured, if you stretch kind of recklessly or you pulse too hard or strain something too much, you're going to set yourself back, not set yourself up for success. So get it done, but do it right. And the rain is passing just as soon as it came through. My buddy just sent a text that it's like a 20-degree difference between here and another town 20 miles, 15 miles up the road. Sounds like tornado weather to me. I'm just saying. These hammies, man. I need to start using my roller last night a little bit to help. And it does help. I need to do it a little bit more consistently, though. It's another small way that I can take care of myself that I'm not doing currently, but I need to. Opening up those hips is key. None of the splits would be possible without this move. Especially for the dudes out there doing a lot of running, sprinting, and anybody who's had a groin strain. This is the stretch you want to spend some time in. Get dynamic with it. Pick up your feet in the back. Get a few reps. Open it up. All right. Back to the lean. Didn't have that one. Oh, So check this out. Glad the alarm went off because something I forgot to do the last couple days. Now the reminder went off so I can do it. Buddy of mine here at work is working with these little patches. And I hear it's supposed to do something with athletic performance. So we're going to throw it on here. Let's see if it gives me a boost. Right there. Let's see what we got. Oddly enough, I do have another friend of mine who was working with these, and he had like 2 or 3 different ones that I used. I don't know if I recall any difference throughout the workout, but apparently a bunch of people swear by them. Now, my other friend is a comedian, funny dude. And because of that, I thought he was trolling when he said that these things were going to help me actually improve my performance. So I think because of that, I kind of didn't pay attention or just disregarded whatever I could have felt using it. So I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's a hoax. I don't know. But we're wearing it, so we'll see if it helps with anything. Now that's kind of crazy. You saw my 2 fails earlier. And that one went up kind of nice. Is it a thing? I don't know. But I know I got to record that one too. Whoops. Yeah, this one definitely wasn't as good as the first one, but it did go up easier. Got to worry about my form. Now that I'm figuring it out, I can focus on the form. This is a win. I'm fine for these reps now. I like it. But I think the crazy thing is, even if the patch is like a hoax, it isn't at the same time, because if in my mind I'm expecting a boost and I'm actually performing better, that's crazy. Like, it's actually happening. So I can't be like it's not doing anything. Because if it's tricking me to trigger my mind to push harder, then it works in a strange way. Send this one to the coaches too. Repetition deepens the impression. All right, let's get another handstand here. this thing moving. There it is. Oh. Almost didn't hold out on that one, but had to be done. All right, that's 2 sets down. 2 to go. Half way there. Yep. Fingers. So for these last couple sets of the leans in particular, I'm going to try to just focus on leaning forward and have my feet in a straddle with my toes pointed. I've noticed with the first couple reps, my legs are just kind of out there. And even though I can muscle it up, the goal is not to. I need to get the form good, which will take away from that feeling that I need to muscle it up. It'll be a lot smoother because my technique is good. So it's the hard part, because it's at this stage where I get excited with what I'm able to do that I stop focusing in on the technique. But that's what I need to do. Focusing on the technique. Don't try to muscle it up. Keep taking it a little building block at a time to get that improvement. It's slower, but if I can do that, I build my foundation stronger. So I'll be able to do more moves on the back end of it. All right, slow down. Number 3. Oh, hold up. Oh, okay. I thought he texted me, but he didn't. It's a wrap. Yeah, I couldn't get my center, my base on that one, but it's okay. It's one rep of many. I need to work on getting up higher here. That stretch. Yeah. If I can get up here more, get a deeper stretch. That's what I need to work towards. That's hard though. Oh. I hate going out there with chocolate shots. Looking at the box score, I was maybe 8 for 22 or 9 for 25. The outlet to James. James for 3. Oh. I'm gonna have to watch this video later because it's just gonna crack me up. All right, working through these splits. You notice that the stretch I do on the wall for my quad, you can see my back leg is stretched out for the quad, but I'm not in this position, right? The goal is to be up here, which stretches it out more. That's why I need to have my chest up when I'm against the wall as well. Because you're not maximizing that stretch if you're hunched over into it like this. Okay. Okay, back to lean. And in this rep, specifically, just trying to lean over, get comfortable here, toes pointed, legs straight. That's the hard part. I think that's the part of the movement where the most tension is. So it hurts the most. And if you can find that balance and adjust quick, you get your feet up, it's a lot easier from here. This is the easiest position to be in. But that's the nature of the game. I'm stronger at the full handstand, so I need to spend more time in the lean to build up my strength to get there. A lot of times when we're stronger in a certain area, we like to spend more time in the space where we're strong. But if we really want to get stronger, we need to spend more time in the areas where we're weak. That'll do it. All right, let's get another handstand in here. For set number 3. Rolling now. Starting to make better use of the time. I'm noticing that doing the leans right before my handstand on the walls, it's a good test for endurance because they're getting worked and destroyed here. And I go right up there for time. It's tough. Come on. There it is. Barely hanging on. I'll take it though. It's 3 rounds down. One more here. Then we move to the other stuff. Hey, Nigel, I appreciate that. Keep putting the work in. You're a lot stronger than you think. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And, you know, that's really encouraging because my whole thing is I'm not like a pro. I don't have all the knowledge with this. Like, I'm not the best by any means. I just happen to know a few things and want to share the few things that I know. So I really appreciate hearing from you that you're getting something from this and you feel like you're able to get stronger because of this, because that's why I'm doing it. So thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let's get these wrists. Fourth time around. His fingers, yeah, that pop. That's why they need the stretching. Palms up. Wrist reverse once again. I think one of the biggest differences you see from pulsing through a stretch as opposed to the static stretching where you're just holding the position is the tension that pulsing dynamically puts on a stretch. I actually think it builds strength while also working on the flexibility. So static, you're just leaning into the stretch. You're basically just stretching it. But when you move dynamically through a stretch, you're putting more tension on that joint and on that muscle or ligament, whatever it is, which I actually think does strengthen it. It does. It's a 2-for-1 special. So you strengthen it while loosening it up. Sounds like it shouldn't work, but if you think about it, you do that at the beginning of your workout, right? And then once you get to the end of the workout, then you worry about stretching things out after they've gotten super tight from your workout. So it makes sense. All right, Nigel, thanks for coming through. I'll see you in the next one. All right. I'll try to get a good slow down here. Last one I did was not good. So we're gonna try to run it back and find the balance point. Slow and controlled, not just letting the feet slide down the wall. Not just letting the feet slide down the wall, but slow and controlled. Let's see. Try this. Square it up. Should be good. Yes. That was it. Pulsing this stretch here. Every dude's favorite to hate. Oh yeah, Marshall, you a fan? Appreciate that. Even though I'm not gaming right now. We'll be tonight though. All right, legs, little pulse. I'm gonna keep this one simple, keep it pushing. Do some butterfly. Kind of round out with some stretches I haven't done yet. So we're gonna get this one. Oh, for that gluteus maximus. Cheeks need some love too. Just right here. There's a couple different ways you can do this. But for me, leg crossed over, I like to hook my opposite arm and just pull. You feel the stretch all down through here. The way I've seen people do it is get their arm out like this, twist. I'm not a fan of it as much. I don't think you get as much of a stretch as just pulling. Because you lose, in my opinion, you lose your tension point when you start twisting away the other direction. Same thing, opposite. That's a good one. You can do a little roll too. What's another one? Oh yeah. We can do the seal stretch. I'm sure you can tell why this stretch is called the seal stretch. If you didn't get it then, you should get it now. Chest up, shoulders back and down. Let your belly button sink. Flip this one with child's pose. Stretch out those lats, reach forward while sitting back. Feel those lats really open up. And we'll even give you a little shoulder stretch too. Call this one high five. High five is really good for the shoulder, but especially the chest. Yeah, those are some good ones. Okay, so I did that in lieu of the pancake. Hip flexors still have to do. Because again, those are connected directly to the handstand. So I'm not escaping those. Oh, now I feel it. Yeah, they're feeling it now. Sit in that pike for a little bit. Okay. I think we're back to the lean. And sometimes you do have to mix it up with your stretching. Like I'm keeping it pretty simple with how I'm repeating through. But I think the more important thing when it comes to your workout routine, have a routine, build out the structure of it, and then have the flexibility to switch things in and out as you need. So, for example, if I were to break down just the structure of my handstand workout, it's wrist stretching, a handstand move, flexibility, primarily in legs, then a handstand move, and then another handstand move. So essentially, if I'm getting 3 handstand moves and a variety of stretching between upper body and lower body, I'm accomplishing the exact same goal. It doesn't have to look the same. I don't have to do the exact same stretches, but I can do a variety of wrist stretches, a variety of leg stretches, lower body stretches, upper body stretches, and at least 3 different types of handstand uh, workouts, and I'm accomplishing my goal. So again, you can mix and match, but the idea is that I'm still able to take the structure and plug and play the different pieces as long as they're still directed towards my ultimate goal, which is the handstand, the press handstand. So that's what it is in my case. You have to decide what your goal is for you, and then from there, craft your workout and your routine with a variety of workouts that will help you get there. The reason I mentioned the plug and play aspect is because a lot of times, let's say if someone says, Monday is my day for shoulder, back, and bicep, they'll get caught up looking at how many different workouts can you do for shoulder, back, and bicep. There's tons of them, but you're not trying to be in the gym for 5 or 6 hours, right? So you have to either prioritize some moves or mix and match some other ones. So build your structure for shoulder, back, and bicep. And you can say, for example, I'm going to have one exercise shoulder, one exercise back, one exercise bicep, then another exercise shoulder, another exercise back, another exercise bicep. So 6 different exercises in total. And you can compile a list. What are all the shoulder exercises I can do? What are all the back exercises I can do? Et cetera, et cetera. And the first day that you go to the gym, you might take exercise 1 and exercise 1 and exercise 1 in each of those groups. And then maybe for your second set, you're taking exercise 2, exercise 2, exercise 2. And then maybe the next time you come to the gym, you're taking exercise 3 of each of those, and then exercise 4 for your other. So you can mix it up. But as long as things are getting you towards your goal and they're connected with your ultimate goal for being in the gym, then I'd say there's nothing wrong with that flexibility. Have the structure and then have the flexibility within the structure. All right, let's get this lean. Let's see what this one feels like. Done with these. Right there. Yep. So I only hit that position for a split second, but getting comfortable being in that forward position, I need to build up my strength there. I got it for like a half a second. But if I could hold that position for 2-3 seconds and be strong there, now I have the base that I need to focus on the form for the rest of the movement, nice, slow, and controlled. I won't be rushing everything because I can do that movement quick or easily. All right, I need to plug this joint in. Bad boy about to die. So my money's worth there. Got that junk all the way down to 7%. All right, I'm gonna go for one more rep there and at least try to go all the way through. Actually, no, I'm gonna stick with the basics. My first 2 reps, I was able to get all the way up, so I know I can do it. Let me try again to just get comfortable in that base position, leaning forward. That's better. If I can keep getting that strength there, boom. The rest will do what it needs to do. All right. Let us see. All right, one more handstand. We're going to kick up this way this time, just to mix it up. It's harder there. I can't lean into the wall. Start balancing a little bit more, but that's all right. Okay. Next up, I'm going to get a few reps on the planche, the tuck. And I sent this one to the wrong chat. Did not mean to do that. Did I send them both to the wrong chat? I did? Wow. That's a fail. All right, let me get these planche, these 3 over here. I'll turn the light on so you can see me, kind of. I'll be over there, right there. It's the best one of those I've done in a while. Maybe ever. Shoot. We'll time it and go back up again. All right, number 3. Better than 2, but not better than 1. Well, there's that. I don't know, between the music and the rain and it being a Thursday, I think I'm good for a day. I'm not gonna lie, my back is still a little bit sore. Let me let my friend in here real quick. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hey.
What's good, bro?
That's good. Great to see you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yep. I just finished up my last set of planche tucked. So we out here getting it done, man. Yeah, man. It was good. My back is still a little bit sore. So I'm like, I'm not trying to push it too much, especially since I'm trying to do squats tomorrow. So I said, let me get my handstands in. I completed all my sets of the handstands, that whole circuit. And we're going to be ready to bring it back. But I did have a couple. Check this out. You out here getting it done. This was the first attempt.
Oh, that's so good. Wow. Look at you holding it too. Why? It's not stopping either.
Dude, yeah. That was the first one.
That's crazy.
And the second one, it wasn't as good. My legs were bent, but managed to find it.
Dude, that's awesome. That's so crazy.
So it's like, yo, man, the work is paying off.
Yeah.
I said, I'm good. I'm good with today to be able to put this in and to get that. So
That's awesome.
yeah, man,
I
I'm
can't
hyped.
be far behind you, man.
No, man, not at all. We putting in the work.
That's so exciting. Yes.
That's what we do. Yeah, man. But it's funny. We had so Ultra Camp got acquired by a company called Camp Minder, based in Colorado. They had their CEO and their chief people officer come out here today, and we're doing some meetings.
Okay.
So like an hour and a half in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon. Everybody was cooked. So it's like people cleared out quick. So I was like, oh, I left from the meeting to go back to my desk, and I sat down for a second to work on a ticket. Next thing I know, it was 5:03, and I turned around and like the office was basically empty.
Wow.
So I was like, oh shoot, I don't have to wait until later. It's like, let me just start working.
Yeah.
I came down, there was one person up there and one person over here. And I haven't been back up, but I think they're both gone.
It would bother them.
Yeah, man. They're like, yo, we out of here. But I get it, because it was a long day.
Yeah.
Meetings like that
But now
can
you
be draining.
early, do what you need to.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna eat. I'll probably take a little nap, and then Fortnite tonight.
Yeah. I saw you on there last night.
Bro. You know what's crazy about that?
Oh.
So I was on the live stream playing, and people in the chat, they're like, Coach Corey? And I was like, yeah, but because I don't recognize their usernames, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
It turns out it was students who were in 1st grade and 4th grade my last year in Palau in 2019.
No way.
And they remembered me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So they happened to see the stream. I don't know how they got turned on to it. But then I was like, hey man, let's play, like join up. So we played together. We ran off like 9 wins in a row. It was crazy. I was like, yo, my people. They saw the flag I have hanging up in the back. They're like, yo, Palau, you rapping? I said, of course, man.
Yeah.
It's my jam.
That's sweet.
So it was epic, man.
It's crazy
Absolutely
reunion.
legendary.
Yeah. It's a reunion just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I love that.
With students, like, and they know me better than I know them. Like, I'm so bad with names, especially with students that I didn't teach that consistently. So it's like, I remember their class, and they're talking about one of them, the kid who was in 4th grade, the year that I left in 2019, is going to be a sophomore in high school next year. It's like, but we out here connecting again, man. It's like, yo, let's go. It did my heart well.
Good. That's good to hear, man. Very cool.
Shoot, man.
Yeah.
How about you? How'd the podcast go?
Good, yeah.
I was going to say it went long, so it must have
Yeah.
been
We're figuring it out. Like the first 30 minutes, so right now the camera we're using can record 10 minutes or 20 minutes at a time.
Oh.
So we're having to have like ad breaks basically after 20 minutes and just restart it. And then the first, we did 10-minute segments today, and the first 3 of them, our audio wasn't hooked up through our microphones. It was through the laptop.
Dang.
And it wasn't good at all. So we were like, okay, forget about all of that. So the first half an hour was like throwing
It's
it
just a
away.
wash.
And then we did another half an hour, and it was pretty good. So it was fun, and it was our second one.
Part of
So
the
it's
process,
we just
man.
learn it every time.
Yeah. What camera are you using?
It's like an old, it's like almost like a Canon, but I don't think it's a Canon brand. It's like maybe Sony. It's not Sony. It's older though.
Is it a setting on it? Like, is it doing that on AC power, like while it's plugged into an outlet, or is it a setting on the camera itself that's shutting it off?
We think it might be the camera itself, because we were looking up some different things, and it said that every type of that camera only does 20 minutes of time to prevent overheating.
Interesting.
Yeah, or if you do a higher, instead of 1080, if you go higher or something, it'll shorten it to 10.
Oh.
Because it doesn't overheat or something. So.
Interesting. Okay.
And I have an older Canon that we could try too, and I have a GoPro that we could try.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't even done editing and uploading for the first episode. So we're trying to figure out what's the best way to do that,
Editing.
Yeah, and we don't even want to edit really. Just throw it on there,
I'm telling you, man.
the way.
Yeah, I think when I get back into, because I think I've shown you with this, how within this program, you can have other people in, up to 10 different people, and they can all be like in the screen. So the thing is with the live stream, depending on, I need to see the different places you could stream it to. Obviously Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok you can do, but there were a bunch of other things. Like, I don't know if there's a podcast platform that you could stream directly to. But even if there isn't, I know that there's some layer of membership here where you can split the audio and the video. So you could record it straight, and then after the live stream, you'd have your file already ready to upload. And even then, I think on Spotify, there's a feature where you can upload a video as a podcast. Yeah. So you could do it like you don't even have to split it.
That's true.
So there are definitely different programs that you may be able to use to your advantage to get around some of those issues that are holding you up on that.
Yeah. Okay. That would be good. That's what I gotta get on a program or something.
Yeah, it'll be the research though.
Yeah.
Because like there were a couple that I had looked at along these lines, but it wasn't until, and like my buddy does AV for Southern. So it's crazy that the conversation never came up before. But yeah, I just mentioned it offhand or something like that. And he's like, oh, you ever try this? And that was this.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, after all of that trying and testing and failure or whatever, this was the one thing that it checked all the boxes I was looking for. So there's definitely going to be something out there like that that'll do it for you. I'm sure. It's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah. And I don't have Wi-Fi at my house, so we record it without Wi-Fi.
Got you.
If I use this, I'd probably need Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind getting Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Because I might even be getting PlayStation and stuff, so I don't know.
Fortnite.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey man, I'd say do it. The pros outweigh the cons. Oh man, what'd you think about the last thing I said in the text?
Oh, I didn't even look at it very hard. Right now.
All right.
I was just like, Jim, because we're having some powerful talks today, man.
All the way through, man.
Define, what the self-sacrifice means. The statement about not casting pearls before swine and shaking the dust off our feet in certain contexts. There's a judgment level that is involved when it comes to how we give and how we serve. It's never irrational, always. It is never an irrational, always give all, nothing, from what I can tell. Not saying it's easy to find that line. Yeah. For all the rejection of his sacrifice that happened with Jesus, he knew it was worth it for the one who would accept it. But if no one would accept it, would he have done it? Abraham and Jesus were Sodom and Gomorrah. Not even 10 people, so the city was destroyed. Wow.
So it's like, you have both.
If you're sacrificing all for your friends, there's almost a connotation that your friend would appreciate that sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sacrificing to someone who's appreciating it, maybe they aren't that level of friend. Dude. I just spent a whole 5 months giving everything I had to this girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know that there was much appreciation, I guess.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Because it's like, thanks to my brother. Got to give my brother a shout out. But it's like, even though other people are going to respond the way that they do, the reason that I have the mentality now, like, we can't lose, is because it's always a learning opportunity. Yeah. Who's to say that if you hadn't gone through this with her here and now, that it wouldn't have happened with somebody else later in the same situation for a longer duration?
Yeah.
You don't know. Mm-hmm. The lesson would have had to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way to skip past the process and just to know. Yeah. You can't. So it's like, I think I would look at it from the other perspective and say, you know what? That was 5 months that I got to learn. It could have been 9 months.
Yeah, it could have.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people get caught in years of.
Dude.
Like,
I say that because in my experience at Southern, there was this girl, like a year and a half, 2 years, man. I'm giving, and getting mixed signals and funny stuff in return, and it's not clicking with me. So I know what it's like to be on that side and to see it and like, let me just do this. I've been there.
Yeah.
So that 100% informs the things that I'm saying.
Wow. So it's almost like you have to judge if the recipient is worthy of the level of sacrifice that you're giving.
Correct. And I think the thing is, you mentioned something that I've heard from somebody else that I happen to be in a relationship at one point, where it's like, because we're entering into this, there can only be one logical outcome. And what that does is you mentioned it. It defaults you to, this is just the next obstacle. We have to get through it. As opposed to, what is my evaluative process of this? And what does it say about where we are as individuals? Because now I'm making it more about conquering the next obstacle instead of, are we compatible? And it's like, it's a hard
question. I wasn't even thinking about that question.
Exactly.
Not even once.
It's just like, no, we gotta go. So it's a tricky trap that we get stuck in, and I've been on that side too. That's why 2 years with this one girl, like that's why it happens.
And it's like, you make a mistake so hard, like it hurts that much, you're not gonna make that mistake again.
Absolutely. It's just, all right, okay, I learned this. Oh, that wasn't the move. All right, how can what can I look for, and what kind of what's the word I'm looking for? What kind of roadblocks or flags can I put up so that when this happens, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I don't need to push this hard or invest this much here. Maybe I can, you have more flexibility with that, because I think, going to the statement I said about maybe they're not that kind of friend, I think that's one of the harder things that we have to deal with. Because, I mean, if you really think about it, I'm 37 going on 38. If I were to say what kind of friends I have that I would go to that level for, it's not that many. But if you ask me how many friends I have, I would say I have a lot of friends. But all of those friends are not on that level. And it's because of, you know what I'm saying? It's because of the relationship that we have. It's like, I know I could do that for you, but the other person, like, it's just not there.
It would be casting pearls before swine.
Exactly.
So how do you know for a girl that you're interested in, if that's the case? Like, if
that's the $1 million question, man.
Yeah.
I think you have to keep coming back to that evaluative perspective. I struggled with that, I think, early on, because my mentality too was like, and mine was even worse to a degree, because it was, I'm not going to date anybody, and when I do date somebody, that's the person that I'm going all the way with. So it was even more narrow. And it's like, oh shoot, like that's not the way. But realizing, once I realized that I can't put myself in that box, it enabled me to actually look at what was happening. And now, instead of taking the standpoint of, okay, here's the weight. I need to get stronger to lift that weight. So maybe I'm not at the point where I can lift that weight. And saying, well, if that's the weight that going in this direction requires, and I can't do it yet, maybe I'm not supposed to be here right now. And being willing to accept that instead of pushing harder against that weight that's not moving. So, and that I developed over years, man. Years. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so I'm pouring it into you.
Thanks, man. I need it, dude. It's crazy.
But yeah, that's the $1 million question, man. It's like, I think it's okay to go in with all intents and purposes that, we're going to go all the way, but also to be like, I can evaluate this at any time. And if something funny is happening, I can have a conversation about it. I can catch up with my mentors about it, and that's okay. And almost needed if we're going to try to succeed on the back end of that.
It's true. You do not want to be in a relationship with someone who, like, it's not reciprocated
Mm-hmm.
and it's not appreciated, and it's like just one-sided. And for some reason, that was like kind of hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just thought like, okay, like I thought it was I try harder.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought it was.
Push harder against the weight.
Everything right. I'm gonna push harder, and then she'll change and she'll be more this way and more this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it.
Yeah, it never does. There was one girl, and it was, I remember how bad my thought processes were in this. It was like, I remember like entering into the situation like she's got potential. Biggest mistake I ever made, because all I did in that situation was look at the potential and not her.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I think that she can be this, I'm judging her based on what she's not instead of appreciating her for what she is. And by appreciating her for what she is, it means either understanding that who she is who she is, and me realizing that that's not for me and moving on, or saying this is who she is and that's what I'm going to be cool with. Like, appreciating is both of those things.
Yeah.
But it's like coming in with the standpoint of you got potential. And I had to think about it on the flip side, because I have had situations where you can tell when the girl is trying to push you in a certain direction, or they're asking you for something that doesn't really fit with who you are. And it's like, yeah, I can do that, but I'm not going to be invested in that. Yeah. And it's never comfortable. So feeling that on the back end as well, it's like, I don't want to put somebody else in that position, but it took experience on both sides to figure that out.
Can you, so after we talked a lot on the text, I typed something out, and you look at it and see what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. You might find some like cognitive distortions in there. But I don't know. I feel like it was a good summary. Because also, you're pretty much the only guy I talk like this deeply about it with.
Mm-hmm.
There's like maybe one or two other people I talk about it sometimes with, just briefly though.
Mm-hmm.
But this is deep. And then I thought I'd love to talk to Coach about it at one point too, Coach Richie, because he's got a different perspective. But okay. Hopefully it's not too long.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you want me to respond?
What do you mean?
Like, as I go through, do you want me to give pointers, or do you want me to summarize
at
the end?
More interactive,
Okay.
Or would it be better for you to? No, just talk as you go if you want. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's a tough one there. Mentioning, like, when you said you felt that with her, you were fully accepting of who she was, but that also weren't satisfied with certain needs and desires of yours not being met. And that juggling that is the hardest thing to be honest with, because we always want to say, well, this and well, that and well, that. And so it can still be good. But the hardest thing to realize is one, it's okay to have your non-negotiables.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's nothing happening there, it's okay to say these good things no longer matter.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's the best thing to do to say, okay, you do have that, but this is the thing.
Yeah. This is essential.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you have all of these things.
Correct.
This has to happen.
Mm-hmm. And I think flipping that switch makes it easier to disconnect in a sense, because it's like, no, at the end of the day, this is what I want. And because this is what I want, it means this is not what I want.
True. And that's okay.
And that's okay. Yep. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I would say that this part, being committed to loving her as she is, but even though you were accepting of who she was, there were some things that you wanted more from her. I think it's okay to say that it caused issues in you being committed to.
Yeah.
I think that's okay to say. And that yes, you were accepting to a degree, but to a degree you weren't.
Yeah.
I think that's okay to say too.
I do too. Yeah.
I think that's important to say, because that's another one of those distinguishing things that helps you like separate from like the pull between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they can be.
In reality, I wasn't fully accepting.
Right.
I just wanted to be fully accepting.
Right.
Yeah, but I couldn't be because there were some non-negotiables that weren't being met.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely okay and necessary to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Because that's how we save ourselves in these situations.
It's true. I wasn't acknowledging at the time. Now I'm like, I acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the look, man. Because I'm sure you even mentioned it when you talked about you mentioned another girl at some point that you had so many different things in common with. And I don't know if you plan on pursuing that or not. Regardless, it's like from the jump, you're already seeing, oh, these are the kinds of things. So that puts like a thumbs up in your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
It does.
So the starting point becomes a lot closer because there's less to potentially, obviously we don't know, but there's less potentially to conflict about. And when it comes to the other things that you may have questions on, these are things that you can ask and address now from the friendship standpoint before it even gets to relationship. So then you know.
Yeah. Before it even starts anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good.
Where was I here? Yeah, and I like this part here. Alternatively, because you mentioned one, it demonstrates that it would take a lot of work on her part to change or on your part to change. Or alternatively, we could just find better matches.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Mm-hmm. This is it. This is it right here. This paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the evaluative process is for you.
Yeah, figuring out what I want and what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if that other person has that, or if they're capable of that. Some people may be, some people won't be. But if you know what those things are, those are the things you start looking for first.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think any of those are really crazy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. Come on.
It's like, because people always say marrying someone is like marrying your best friend. But what does that mean? I think a lot of it is what you're talking about here.
Yeah, hanging out.
It's like people that you could be with all the time, and that even if you're not with them most of the time, when you catch back up, it's like you didn't miss a beat. Those types of people are rare. Not that they're rare in existence, but it's rare for us to find connections with people like that. That's why I have a handful of very close friends, and you have a handful of very close friends, and we don't have hundreds of really good friends.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like, it's absolutely okay to say, and especially within the context of that, I think people morph it to say, well, marrying your best friend just means you kind of make yourself best friends. But there's a very natural aspect of that happens too.
Yeah, you're right.
And that is the thing. It's like, it's the difference that I look at mainly between high school and college friends.
Mm-hmm.
High school friends, you're in a same school, it's a smaller school, and because of proximity, you become friends.
Yeah.
When you go to college, those are where you make your better friends because you're not aligned by proximity anymore.
Yeah.
It's bigger, there's more people, and there's certain directions that people can go in. But those are areas of alignment. So students who go into the art department already know from off the bat, we have something in common. And it's easier to become friends with those people because you're going to be in the same spaces doing the same types of things.
Yes. Yeah.
So that commonality aligns you. And then, like we were talking about the other day, the similarities end up attracting, and then the differences within that end up intriguing. So now it's like, oh, yeah, we're both graphic design people, but you like this aspect of it more than I do, but we complement well because the base is the same.
Yeah. That's so important.
So once you find that,
yeah.
And again, this comes back to being your true authentic self. Because if you aren't, even if you're in those, whatever places you're in, if you aren't being your true self, you're not going to be able to find that similarity with the other people. Like, you have to be your true authentic self because that's what draws the people to you that you want drawn to you.
Yeah. And that was kind of what aligns the base things in common.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is almost done. Okay. Yep. Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree with this.
Okay. I was going to send this to Coach Ritchie. I think I might because I'd like to get his opinion on it, but I don't know. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, definitely reach out, get some other perspectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're on the right track with that thinking.
Thanks, man.
And yeah, it's something that's made life easier for me to kind of go in with all the optimism, but still an aspect of, what's the word? Just the ability to be critical within that. Like, nobody wants to hear that when it comes to relationships, but you need that.
Yeah, you love it when, like, if someone like tells you things how it is, like as the truth. I like that.
Yes.
It's needed.
We need that. We need that. And it's like, I need to be able to see that and recognize that in somebody else, but also in myself. And that's okay. Because, yeah, man, at the end of the day, if we really think about it, there are, sure, you can have people fighting to get this girl or that guy or whatever. And those things almost always end up one-sided because that's how they were born. And if we really think about it, the things that you express as your desires within the relationship context there, the last thing you want is for that to be one-sided. You want that to be reciprocal, was the word that you used.
Yeah.
And to do that, it's finding people who are aligned the same way. And when you can do that, you're putting yourself in the position to find those things. Yeah, man. So with the learning, we can't lose. We literally cannot lose. Yeah. And it trains our eye to say, oh, you know, this girl is mad cute, but what's she about? So now I can ask the questions and put myself in the position to engage in the conversations to find out what's up. And then if these questions are satisfactory and I like what I'm hearing, we can go to the next set of questions. And if not, it's just like, okay, that's what it is. I'm good.
That's cool. I'm going to keep doing work on like the part where you said like, that's really key about what I want.
Yes.
Relationship and
yes.
In a relationship and just getting really deep into that because that'll help me. This was like a perfect test run for me to see like, okay, this is actually what's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
we need those experiences.
That, like, really clear terms.
Yeah.
That's gonna help a lot. Yeah, we need that.
Yeah. I think about it for me too. Like when I look at the things, I can even just start with the video aspect of things. Like I'll stop this before it's a couple hours. That way it can get the